Hey, how's it going? Kelsey here, Mixed Digital Marketing. Just wanted to leave you a quick video regarding some SEO strategies recommending doing to your website to help you rank higher in Google. So we'll go over three things. The first is content, second are backlinks, third are citations. So content just refers to words on the page. In terms of your home page, we recommend 1,000 to 1,500 words. And each of the service page, we recommend 500 to 750 words. And this is because within Google's algorithm, it can't really determine how nice a website is. So really all I can rely upon are the words that are written there. So that's why in terms of your home page being the most important page of your website, we recommend an abundance of words. And not just any words, the right keywords. Let's take a look at your website and see what you got going on. So again, in terms of your design, I think you've done a great job in terms of the design. It's really easy and simple to read. You do a good job in terms of ways to contact you in different social media platforms. I would highly recommend making this phone number clickable because right now I can't click it on my desktop, and thus I probably wouldn't be able to click on it on the mobile. And it's very important to make it very easy for customers when they get to your website to contact you right away. You don't want them to leave without giving you a call. And you do a good job in terms of scheduling a service, but I would also recommend possibly a contact form, probably right here in this section, where for the people that aren't comfortable just giving you a call, but they're comfortable leaving their information. And so that way you have that other ability for them not to have to go anywhere else on the website. They just have already a way to contact you. In terms of content, I think you've done a pretty good job in terms of these two sections here, but it roughly equates to 500, maybe a little bit more words. And so you have room to add a few more paragraphs and just generally talking about what you guys do and where you guys do it. So that way Google totally understands all the different services you offer. Here, I notice also you only have two services drop downs, wheel alignment, check engine light. I would highly recommend throwing in kind of your bigger ticket items like brake repairs or engine fixes, things like that. That way, Google totally understands that you do cover those services and will rank you higher in Google for it. But you may be wondering, well, okay, how do I know what are the right keywords to kind of have throughout my website? So we use a program called Ahrefs. In this program, we're able to plug in any website on the web, kind of spits out some rankings and feedback for us. So here you can see your rankings in the millions, which is totally fine. It's talking about billions of websites. What we really care about is everything to the right here. Your UR rating is a rating of both your on-site and your offsite SEO, and your DR rating is a ranking of strictly your offsite SEO, kind of showing the importance of offsite SEO. But here, your 16 is not bad. It's a ranking from 0 to 100, but definitely room for improvement. Your DR rating is only at 4.8, so here is where you can definitely uplift your offsite SEO to kind of overall increase your rankings. What drives offsite SEO is primarily going to be your backlinks, or more important, referring domains. So backlinks are that hyperlink that you find on blog posts or articles that when you click on it, it leads to another website. So Google loves this within the algorithm because now it's like another website is referring you. It's sort of like one big popularity contest, and the more popular that you're seen in Google's eyes, the more relevant you appear, and the higher you rank in Google consistently in both the maps and organic search. But as I mentioned before, referring domains are what we really care about. It's just a fancy phrase for a website. So within a website, you can have 100 backlinks, but really you only get power from that website once. So it's very important you get as many websites with backlinks as possible. And a step further than that, what we really care about are going to be what we call do follow referring domains. And so do follows just mean that not every website has to lend you power. So we want to find the ones that do. And the stronger their websites are, the more power that you get, and when that happens, you start ranking for more keywords, getting more traffic value. So I typed in auto repair in New Orleans. So typically there's going to be a Google ad section where people are paying a premium to be on the top of Google. But that only gets about 20% of the volume. So that leaves 80% for the rest of the field. 40% typically comes from the map pack, and 40% typically comes from the organic search. The number one thing on average that affects you being in the top 3 in the map pack is going to be your organic search rating. So you can see here, these are two listing websites, but the first organic web business is Nola Automotive Repairs. And also here you go, you find them at the very top of Google Maps. So on average, anywhere in New Orleans, you'll find them. Granted, location does play a factor if you're right on top of a certain shop, but the more scope and the more ability that you have to connect with your audience, the better. And so the second thing, though, that affects being in the top 3 are going to be what we call citations. So citations are online directories, like Yellow Pages, or even your Yelp and Facebook page, where you have your business name, address, and phone number listed exactly as you have it set up in Google My Business. It's very important they match exactly the same, or so you will only get proper credit from Google. So we use a different software that allows us to see how many citations your competition has, and we get at least double those, because citations are all over the web. They're really easy to get. They just take a little bit of time. But then the third thing that's going to affect you being in the top 3 are going to be the Google reviews. So the best way that we've seen to get effective Google reviews are through text message marketing campaigns. So with this, you're able to have your customers opt in for text messages, especially we can give them updates in regards to how their car is looking in terms of repairs, times, but more importantly, once the service is done, you send them a link to leave you a Google review, especially if you have a great service. It's a much higher likelihood that you actually get a review, especially a 5-star review. But let's take a look at Nola Automotive Repairs to see what they got going on their website. So here's their website. So as you can see here, they have a clickable phone number, which is really good for mobile. They have their hours and address. So they do a lot of the same things that you do. And then in terms of their service pages, here you can see a bunch of different service pages that they have, just showing the different things that they're able to accomplish. They have a good amount of content kind of labeled throughout their page, good linking to other pages on their website. So in terms of on-site SEO, they've done a pretty good job here in doing that. And here you can also see a contact form. So I took a look at their website. You can see their rankings are doing a little bit better than yours. So yours at 33, so pretty good. And their DR is at 8, which is actually not that high for being the top organic business. It shows that you have room to kind of get up and above them. You can see they have more referring domains and 166 do follows, but of these, most of these websites are pretty weak because I'd expect a better ranking than 8 here. But even with that, you can see they're ranking for a lot more keywords, getting more traffic and traffic value out of it. So those are some SEO recommendations you hope you do to your website. If you want to learn more about what we can do, this is www.mixeddigitalmarketing.com. Thank you.